Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about the Modern Warfare 2 beta. If anyone didn't get a chance to play it, trust me, you did not miss out on much. The game, if you really played Modern Warfare 2019 and didn't like it, then, chances are you're probably not going to like this game. So, yeah, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this game plays and just what it's all about. Now, I'm sure everyone saw how Infinity Ward just straight up basically ignored the community on feedback for the game. And the three main things they ignored was dead silence not being a perk. They ignored the classic minimap return, and they ignored the footstep volume. They just refused to change those three things in this game. And I'm telling you right now, if they even change one of those things in this game, it's only good for the game. It could only be good for the game. I don't understand why they're so set on this whole path of being a tactical shooter. Call of Duty has never been a tactical shooter. It's always been an arcade arena run and gun stick and move shooter. So they're really kind of just straying away from the formula here, and I really don't like what they're doing. But all of these issues can be fixed. They could all be fixed with a couple of updates if they just listen to the community, and they're not listening. They're not listening. You could even see what they said here about dead silence not being a perk. They don't want rushers to move at high speeds without consequences. I really don't. That whoever just wrote that, you could clearly tell that these developers just don't play their games. They don't play Call of Duty. They don't understand. Any competent person who plays Call of Duty will know that that statement is absolutely absurd. If you play Call of Duty and rush around, you would know that you're already at a disadvantage. You're not at an advantage. You have to know how to move around the map. You have to know spawns. You have to constantly get into gunfights and win them. What about that is an advantage? I have no idea, but clearly whoever wrote this or whoever's making the decisions over at Infinity Ward with this game does not play Call of Duty. They don't know how to play FPS games, These games are being made by people who don't play games. It really just seems like that. These developers just don't understand how Call of Duty works, it seems, and really just confuses me. If you take the three main issues with this game, that being the footsteps, the no classic minimap, and no dead silence, if you take those three main issues and throw them into any other Call of Duty, say like Black Ops 2, for example, that game would instantly become one of the worst Call of Duties. I promise you, if you take these three main issues from this game and implement them into any single Call of Duty, the Call of Duty is instantly just going to become worse. Their formula for making Call of Duty games is just trash. It just is. It's just a trash formula. It allows for campers to reign supreme, and it allows for, I guess it doesn't allow for rushers to do anything. You just have, when you rush in this game, everything is just so counterintuitive to Call of Duty. Everything you knew about Call of Duty beforehand, just throw it out the window. It doesn't matter in this game. It doesn't matter how long you've played for. It doesn't matter. Everybody has to play the same, and it sucks. The overwhelming amount of negativity I'm seeing on this game is just, it's kind of funny. Infinity Ward kind of deserves it, to be honest. They're kind of just putting themselves in this position at this point because they're just unwilling to change the game. But just look at these Reddit comments. They asked for feedback on the beta, and these were just a few I pulled. You can pause the video and read them. There's tens of thousands of more comments like these. Everyone is just up in arms at Infinity Ward, right, or towards Infinity Ward right now, simply because they just won't change the game. It's kind of funny. They kind of deserve it, to be honest. I don't even feel bad for these developers at this point. They made the same mistakes in Modern Warfare 2019, and they're making the same mistakes now. And it just does not make sense as to what they're doing. There's no logical reasoning as to how they're making this game. It blows my mind. And on top of all of that, we have SPMMM making a triumphant return in this game. It is the strongest it has ever been in this game, in my opinion. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. But apparently, they tweeted something out about the disbanding lobbies, Infinity Ward, and they said they're gonna increase the chance of the lobbies staying together and improve the UI when it happens. I'm not sure what they mean by improve the UI when it happens, but I don't understand why the lobbies just can't just make them stay. We don't want disbanding lobbies. Who asked for that? I mean, no one asked for that. I mean, I guess that's how the SPMM system works. You know, you play your game, you either do really shit and get into a shit lobby, or you do really well and you go into the higher bracket lobbies. So I don't know, but apparently they're increasing the chance for the lobbies to stay together, and I just make them stay together, you know, indefinitely, like until you leave the lobby. I don't understand why that's such a big issue there at Infinity Ward, but whatever. They addressed it, and I guess lobbies are going to disband less. Maybe you'll get to play 2 games with the same people. I'm not too sure, but yeah, everyone was up in arms about this, and it even got SPMM trending on Twitter. I think it was on the 23rd. SPMM was actually trending on Twitter, and I'm sure Infinity Ward saw that, and of course they're not going to address it. They're not going to change it. This beta was basically the full launch of the game. Like, this game comes out in almost a month, and yeah, I really don't see how they're gonna, you know, make these changes in this game and have it be completely different from the beta. I mean, this was basically the game. Everyone played a demo of the game pretty much, and your feedback was just null and void to Infinity Ward. They just ignored all feedback. They're like, this is the game. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, don't play it. That's basically what they said to the community. A big fuck you to the community, basically. And speaking of that last sentence in that tweet, improve the UI when it happens, they just need to do a complete overhaul of this UI. It is absolutely the worst UI I've seen in a video game. It is the worst I've seen in a video game. It's terrible. Now, apparently, I don't know if this is true or not. It may be true. I don't know. But I've heard that they actually hired Hulu UI people to make the UI for Call of Duty. People from Hulu, who possibly has the worst UI I think I've ever seen in a streaming service, made the UI for this game. And you know what? When I heard that, everything just clicked. I'm like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. It really does. I mean, Hulu is by far the worst streaming service when it comes to UI. It is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And it does not work in this game. I mean, when you want to go up to select something, you have to press down on the D-pad. When you want to go to the left, you got to click right. When you want to go to the right, you got to click left. Like, it's fucking terrible, dude. There's just boxes. It reminds me of Windows 8 when we had like the whole, you know, boxes in Windows and everything, and everything was just in like these weird tiles. That's what it reminds me of. I'm not sure why they went this route. The UI in Modern Warfare 2019 was actually pretty good. You know, it worked. I mean, it was simple. You know, it worked. You could see your friends list easily. You could see recent players easily. You could invite people to parties easily. And for the life of me, I could not figure out how to invite my friends to a party or even view the party. You have to like click the party, and then it takes you onto the recent players tab, and then you have to manually scroll over to the friends tab and then click the party in the bottom left. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not even like oh, I just need to get used to the UI. It's just a new UI. You know, it's different. No, it straight up just sucks. Like, it was terrible. They need to just overhaul that completely. Absolutely atrocious. And Honestly, if Hulu designed the fucking Warzone UI, oh Jesus Christ. I hope they didn't design the buy station UI, because holy shit. That is going to be absolutely terrible, bro. Like absolutely terrible. I'm gonna get a fucking ad on the side of the screen to watch a movie or something while I'm trying to buy my loadout, my attachments for my loadout or something. I don't know. They just need to completely scrap that, get some new people to do the UI, because that shit's awful, bro. Moving on to the perk system, this is by far the most unnecessary change in this game. The perk system absolutely just makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you have your 2 base perks. For those of you who don't know how it works or didn't play the beta, you have your 2 base perks that you start out with, right? And you will earn your 3rd perk by getting kills and like capturing objectives or whatever. Every 10 points knocks, I think, a second off of the timer. I may be wrong on that, but no matter what, if you just stand in the game and just don't do anything, you will unlock your 3rd perk in 4 minutes, and you unlock your 4th perk in 8 minutes. But all of that could be reduced by getting score. And I really don't understand that. Like, why is that, and what does that add to the game? It adds nothing. I'll tell you right now, it adds absolutely nothing. They should have just brought back Specialist from MW19. I think that would have been a much more, that would have been a lot better for them to just add that inside the game. I don't know why we have this weird ass perk system. Doesn't really make any sense to me. I don't really have any more to say on that. Like, it's just stupid, man. This game is not looking like it's going to be in a good state at launch. It's looking pretty grim for Modern Warfare 2 now, and this is not a good start to a 2-year Call of Duty that we're gonna have. So yeah, if you're on the fence about buying this game and you think it's gonna be different from Modern Warfare 2019, it's not much different, man. It's just pretty much the same thing. Like I said, the 3 main things they need to change is the classic minimap, dead silence being a perk, and they just need to reduce the footstep noises, all of which they're not going to do. They're not going to listen. So as long as they keep those 3 things in the game, this game is not going to change. The pacing of the game is not going to change. The flow of the maps are not going to get any better. The game just won't grow. So anyway, hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I will see you when I make another video. Goodbye.